Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good week, good day. It's been a day, it's been a week, it's been a year, it's been a pandemic. We're back from the edge of apocalypse. How you doing, Diane?
It has been a week. Woo, doggy.
It's sunny and about 72 degrees outside in Houston, Texas. And a week ago, it was an absolute disaster. Like the eyes of the world are on Texas as we can't handle like 2 freezing days. Everything collapses. Our whole society falls apart. I imagine there's got to be like relief workers or like Red Cross workers that are like getting off planes in Texas today, like ready to help out and looking around going, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, this is fine. What are you crying about? Like, everything's
The tropical
perfect.
Paradise. What is wrong with you?
It's an absolutely idyllic day. And a week ago, I was honestly thinking, like, we might die. Like, this really could be the end of it.
For some people, they did. It was people don't know not to run their generators in their freezing houses, you know? I mean, it was a fucking disaster.
An absolute nightmare. I was talking to somebody that I work with after everything got back to normal. She asked me like, how did it go for you? I said, oh, we had everything. And she goes, oh, really? You had water and power through the whole thing? I was just like, no, we had every problem on the menu. We didn't have power. We didn't have water. We had burst pipes in both houses. I had 2 flat tires on my car. We couldn't get around this. We were out of food. It was horrible.
Oh, fuck me. For some reason, I mean, we flooded in Harvey, lost half of our house. We got spared this time. We kept power and water the whole time. And I had some serious survivor's guilt, but I was able to house a couple of people who did lose power. So it made me feel a little better.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if like, because they do have people who manage disasters, and they do have people who manage the electrical grid and decide what gets shut down and what doesn't. And it really wouldn't surprise me at all if they did their damnedest to make sure that if you were in a massive floodplain in Harvey, that you had power through this. It wouldn't. Like, people do good things, you know, like there is a thought process that goes into it. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest if that was part of what they were thinking.
Well, it sounds like they were trying to make me feel better, Ben.
I don't mean to sound like a Sunday school teacher, but there is something about like going through like a mass crisis alongside millions of people that really does make you grateful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like once the power came back on and everything got back to normal and grocery stores were open again and you could actually live your life pandemic normal, like it was definitely just like, okay, I'm not going to complain about anything ever again.
Yeah,
like, this has been fine. It's
gratitude,
been good.
Gratitude for water I don't have to boil before I brush my teeth. Everything.
I got so lucky because we had every problem under the sun, but we had very manageable versions of it. Like we had a broken pipe, or 2 broken pipes, but it was honestly like if somebody put a gun to my head and said, I'm going to smash one of your pipes, motherfucker, where do you want it? I've been like, right there, break that one. That's where I want it. Couldn't have been happier.
Gratitude.
This is episode 57, and this one's just going to be straight up fun. Our guest is hilarious. This is my girlfriend's favorite comedian. All the way for you, seriously, she loves him. All the way from Brooklyn, New York. Is Brooklyn in the house? Mr. Dale Cheesman Dale, are you there?
We're like, wake up.
I've got to put away my storybook.
I love it.
Oh, thank you for dropping in. How's it going, guys?
You're doing very well. You're in Brooklyn, New York. What's New York like today?
Penthouse living, baby. Just looking down over Broadway. They got, Elmo and everyone down there again. Just about cops are arresting Elmo. All right, so Elmo's going to be gone soon. So it's looking up. City's being cleaned up. One dirty pedophile at a time.
Elmo's got new shoes, and those new shoes are about to be stolen by someone bigger than Elmo.
That's my favorite part. I could walk around Times Square. Is all the Elmo feet just strung up on the so someone got their ass beat in costume.
So you didn't hear Ben brought you in and said that you were Ben's girlfriend's favorite comedian.
Oh,
know that?
that's such a backhanded
are.
compliment.
It's not a backhanded
What do
compliment.
you think of me?
I think you're hilarious.
I appreciate
But
it.
she absolutely loves it. She's constantly like, anytime we're going to a comedy show, like, do you think Dale's going to be there? Is Dale going to perform? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he moved. He moved 3 years ago. No.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're a fan? You don't even know where he lives. To piggyback on that, my husband got excited because he's only seen you perform once, and that was years ago at the Rec Room. You helped open for one of Paul Odo's shows, and I don't remember what the joke is, but it's a joke about the afterlife or heaven, and Corbin says it's his favorite joke of all time.
It's a 19-minute anthology of my career, actually.
Yeah.
It's the stupid long joke that doesn't fit any of my other jokes. Ben, you talked to me about it once. You were like, how did you write that? And I was like, I don't know. Have you heard any of my other stuff? It fell into my lap. I don't know. I can't tell it anywhere. It's been years. I'd probably butcher it now if I tried. I'm gonna start putting that like on my posters. Not your favorite, but someone you know really likes it.
Someone you're having sex with loves me.
I guess that's why my girlfriend thinks I'm funny, because she's having sex with me.
There you go.
Right now, you can't see it. Thank God for the camera angles. We're gathered here today to talk about sex, I would imagine, because it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and boy, do those fellas like to fuck.
Boy, do they fuck. Those peppers. Do you know what the Chili Peppers are? It's their penises. They named their band after a dog's dick. And
wow.
If you Google that, you might not find it. But that's just because the truth is being suppressed. Check it out.
I just thought they were eating their vegetables. Silly me.
Is that too? They're also a very health conscious Southern California band.
Well,
yeah, when we're not nursing a decades-long heroin addiction, we're pretty strictly vegan.
It's like an every other album thing. They do heroin recovery, heroin veganism, heroin jogging.
Well, heroin comes from the poppy seeds, sort of, right? So is it not vegan?
No, you mix milk in it, so not strictly vegan. Some vegan at like a heroin den be like, sorry, but actually this isn't clean living.
I can't wait to poke fun at such a serious subject matter, but let's do it.
First, let me be honest, because I picked this song and I had it down to like those three, and I was like, you know what, let's just go with this one because it's the hit. So I think more listeners will be familiar with it. And then it's not the hit. I mixed it up. This is another song that I just really like. So if any of your listeners have heard this song, congrats on being so fucking cool, dude.
That's so cool. What is the hit off of Stadium Arcadium? What is the biggest hit?
Danny California was the biggest one.
Okay.
But like they even talk about like that's the one we have to do on each album. It's the Californication of the album. We don't care about that.
Oh.
The rest of it is much more conceptual. Weird. That's why I picked this album. This was like my big introduction to the Chili Peppers, because for me this album came out when I was like in high school. Dan, you said like Blood Sugar Sex Magic was more your introduction. Same with you, Ben.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know those Chili Peppers at all.
That's crazy to me.
If you would say Dave Navarro, I'll say I don't know who that is.
That's
I want to keep it that way.
crazy sauce. Well, you know what? Don't know Dave Navarro in terms of Chili Peppers. Know Dave Navarro in terms of Jane's Addiction. That's all that's important.
Dave Navarro, the Ink Master?
That's really sad. He looks so douchey now. I mean, he was so cool in Jane's Addiction. And
then he just kind of David Blaine, Chris Angel a little too much.
I blame Carmen Electra. I don't know why.
She ruined the 90s for a lot of people.
So we're doing Make You Feel Better. And who doesn't need to be made to feel a little better right now?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Texas, my heart goes out to y'all. I really feel for y'all in this terrible time. Y'all had to deal with that, and I was up here in a city that knows how to handle the cold. And I'm not rubbing that in y'all's faces at all, that I was up here just ordering delivery food, watching movies, taking hot baths, thinking of y'all.
Yes.
The whole time.
Look at those thumbs up. He's giving us thumbs up.
Just for the Patreon.
Yeah. I love hearing the Northerners being like, they can't handle it. I'm like, are you typing this from your heat? From the heater inside your house?
Yeah, we're so tough the way, hundreds of years ago we had to deal with this on a regular basis. Oh yeah, they're all very, very smug, but like, if they need anything lifted, they gotta call a TaskRabbit and pay $15 because their wrists are so weak. They're all emaciated from that clean vegan living.
Oh man. Okay, well, I
was supposed to be down in Texas. I was supposed to fly in last Tuesday.
Oh,
and I was
really?
gonna talk to y'all about like, maybe we could do this in person. And then the weather, kept coming, and I was like, I'll just slink to the back and not mention anything.
Not gonna go there right now.
Yeah.
This week.
You really missed out, man. Smashing up your dining room table with a baseball bat for firewood is just a damn good time. It brings families together. What around here do we not need? You got some books we can burn up there.
Your neighbor's like, hey, get the hell out of my living room. You're like, I need this table.
And you have a gun pointed at him because that's what we all have here.
We can't have them up here. Guns are completely illegal up here, but I found a great loophole. I just had a dueling pistol framed in a case, so it's art. Are you gonna arrest me for my art? That's the most New York thing possible.
You just gave so many people ideas.
Hopefully good people.
The only way to beat a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a framed gun.
It's actually a Red Hot Chili Peppers lyric.
All right. So let's get into these lyrics because we're fucking around too much, and there's a lot of lyrics here that we have to get through. So
Wait a
Dale,
second. In case of bad mood, break glass. Okay, there we go. We're done with break glass.
So we go through the lyrics first, line by line. Ben reads them, and then we kind of just talk shit our way through it. So
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I get. The best part about Red Hot Chili Peppers lyrics is there are no wrong answers. If you ask them if like, is this song about this? He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I love it.
I think the best thing about them is just how damn fun that they are. Like it's the best thing about their lyrics and the best part of the band as well. It's like these guys, they're not trying to save the world. They're not trying to change it. They're really not even trying to change your emotions. They're just like, we're just here to have fun, man. We are here to rock your party. When
you like go by the lyrics line by like almost rhyme by rhyme, you can tell that they change their whole train of thought in every sentence. No line correlates to the last one. There's like this one rhyme is something I thought of, and now I'm moving on to the next thing in my day. So there's like a rule of, if you listen to a Chili Pepper song, the song's either about heroin, making a woman have an orgasm, or both. That's it.
You got my attention.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Make You Feel Better by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'm proud. I'm a terrible rapper, as we found out a couple episodes ago. But anyway, here we go. She's the one. She's the only one. She's got ripped back light. I need some help. What is ripped back light talking about?
Well, this is open to interpretation to the listener. Are we going the heroin route, or are we going the sexy woman route? If we go,
I think it's the sexy woman route.
Okay, sexy woman first. That's the obvious one here. She's the one. She's the only one. She's got a ripped back light. So like something cool and young and kind of dangerous, like I don't know, a well-lit heroin room. See how we're playing with the other theme already? We're getting it. And what's the next line after ripped back light?
I say when I smile, I'm a really smile.
No. I think you missed one.
You missed a line.
Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was keeping it family friendly. Yeah. No, this is the most important theme of the song. Gonna make me come.
Okay, so strong point for sex there.
Yeah, I would think so.
I haven't done a lot of heroin, but I don't think it brings you to completion. Of course, that might be why people love it so much.
Yeah, it's more about the journey, not the what is the saying? Not the destination.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
She's got a ripped backlight. Well, now I'm thinking it, and we're just gonna get dirty. I'm so glad my mom and father-in-law listened to this. She's got a ripped backlight. Maybe there's just like this beautiful light coming in through the window shades on her back, and that's where he comes in that perfect stream of light.
Yeah,
hold on, don't move. You look so beautiful.
Don't move. I'm gonna write a song about that.
Lee, grab your bass.
I can't get there unless she's in silhouette.
Oh, this sliding is way too harsh for me to come.
Do you have a ring light by chance?
Like your ultimate like lover's criticism, like this light is way too harsh for me to come, and she just turns it up brighter. Like, last longer, fella. Let's think about baseball here. Do it under a spotlight.
Let's go to Walmart.
This is just a story of a position every guy's been in, where you're with a girl and you go back to her place for the first time and you see that she has a ring light in her bedroom, and you're like, oh, you have an OnlyFans.
Or a podcast.
Let me check for cameras real quick, and then this should be fun.
All right.
I say when I smile, I'm a really smile. I got dreams so wide like a country mile. I like that.
Horny.
Anthony Kiedis has sweet. He's horny, yeah.
Horny.
Anthony Kiedis has swagger, man.
Yeah.
I got dreams so wide like a country mile. Like, all right. I said now I'll take it. It's better for you. Somehow we'll make it because that's what we do. So yeah, he's definitely making a leap job there.
Oh, definitely. So this lyric is like, I found a discussion on just this refrain of I'll take it. It's better for you. This is an argument that the song is about Anthony Kiedis taking a girl's virginity. I want to point out he wrote this song in his 40s. So, so now that we've addressed that, how fucking cool is that? No.
Oh, it's every teenage girl's dream. Lose it to a 40-year-old man.
You're that guy from my dad's garage poster.
I lost my virginity to my dad's favorite rock star.
That's my baby.
Oh, God.
Dale, after this, you'll have to go back and listen to, I don't know what episode it is, but we do a song by Lush. And in the song that, is written in the 90s, and she kind of rags on 3 different musicians that have hit on her. And the first one is straight up, and she admits to it. Mickey Bereni admits to it, is Anthony Kiedis. And she just dogs on him.
Could you imagine Anthony Kiedis literally hitting on you in an Anthony Kiedis way, just like talking nonsense, just like, damn girl walking like a sauerkraut. You're just like, thank you, I guess.
Oh, okay.
That's got to be one of the corniest things ever. He's in a club wearing jean shorts and a wife beater with a sock on his hand.
Sauerkraut's so gross.
I think that line's, it's either in this song or Storm in a Teacup, but like, that's an actual line from a Chili Pepper song, which is why the lyrics don't matter at all.
They're so spazzy, but they're so fun.
Like, it's honestly so nice that they let Anthony Kiedis sing on these songs. Like the other 3 by themselves, I think, are like some of the most talented musicians in their fields. It's undebatable.
Flea for sure.
Anthony Kiedis is just like someone's nephew who's like, he's hanging out today. He's going to be jumping around saying banana tracks. And it'll be fun. It'll be fine.
Oh my God. You got to go back and listen to some Blood Sugar Sex Magic now, because that 14-year-old me was like, suck my kiss. And I was like, yeah.
That's what I want to tell the man. Did you ever read his the Anthony Kiedis biography?
God,
Scar
no.
Tissue.
No, I hear it's good though. Actually, I hear it's very good.
Yeah, I read that the year this album came out, the book came out like a couple years before. I was a senior in high school, and I read that because I was just getting into Chili Peppers, all that stuff, and I read his biography, and it is just some of the weirdest stories that have nothing to do with who he is as a person. They'll just be like random stories about stealing Quaaludes and then going skiing. Like that was his struggle. We would skip school, man. We'd break in we'd steal some Quaaludes and then we'd hop on the bus and go to a ski resort and just have a fun day on the slopes.
What a fucking Southern California upbringing that is.
Yeah. It was tough. Life was tough. I was sleeping with Flea's sister. Flea was watching. Kind of messed him up. I don't really blame myself at all, though. Isn't it weird that none of the Chili Peppers blame themselves for Flea's mental state? Like as if he did that somewhere else. Oh, hey, Brian, you're back from Indonesia. It's Flea now.
What's his real name? I heard it 3 times today and I've already forgotten it.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, I should memorize these
for you
things.
at one time.
Does it start with an M?
Michael Peter Balzari.
Belzari.
There it
Michael
is.
Belzari. There it is.
That's crazier than Flea. He looks like he directs movies in Eastern Europe.
He looks like Tarantino. My husband has a gap between his front teeth, not as pronounced as Flea's, but I have a special place for gap-toothed men in my heart.
Yo, Dave Letterman.
Great.
Pick a star in the open sky. I see you, see me, and that is why I hop along to the cowboy beat when I feel your fire jump up to me. I don't know if I said that right, but I was
On
trying
my
to
meat.
on
No.
I think he was deliberately avoiding rhyming beat with meat there. He was sparing us all.
There you go.
Fire jump up to me. All right, so again, I think this is a heavy point for him having sex with an 18-year-old fan after a show, because he's telling her she's picking a star in the open sky. Me, I'm the star. Mm-hmm. I see you, see me, and that is why I hop along to the cowboy beat. So he sees this girl just giving him the, oh my God, you're my hero eyes, and he's like, all right, time to play the part. Tip the hat, strut on over. Feel your fire, jump up to meet. He's having sex with young kids, and honestly, I think we're okay with it as a country.
Okay.
I think we got bigger things to worry about right now than what Anthony Kiedis is doing to our daughters.
Right.
I don't know if we'll ever have an answer to this. How many women do you think Anthony Kiedis has had sex with?
Oh, in the thousands.
I was gonna say ballpark, but I mean, could you fill a ballpark? Is it that many? Like stacking them like dead bodies, like spilling over the edge.
We could probably math that out. Does anybody have a calculator? Is anybody really quick with numbers? Like he's been
It's that scene from World War Z,
yes,
where all the zombies are just climbing over each other to get to his penis.
Oh my God.
It's got to be huge numbers. Maybe not like full on baseball stadium, but definitely a minor league, like a well-funded minor league team.
Yeah, this Sugarland Skeeters or whatever.
Yeah. That's actually how they conduct the census in Southern California. Anthony Kiedis shows up, fucks you, and then checks you off.
Just a question on the census. How many people in this household have had sex with Anthony Kiedis?
And do you recognize this penis?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
he's gonna suck.
And everyone's gonna be related to him on 23andMe in like 10 years.
He's got to have just 100 chill kids.
Like 1,000 years from now, everybody's going to have just like a little percentage of Southern California in them. That's Anthony Kiedis. It's like how everybody has a little bit of Asian in them, or a little bit of Mongolian because of Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Anthony Kiedis. Oh, some Brooklyn badass is Brooklyn badassing outside your window.
Was that a motorcycle?
I live on a pretty small penis street. Everyone damages their car engine to seem cool.
Yep, that was awesome. All right, we're never gonna get through this. Let's keep going. Way too fun.
Something out there where love is your only friend, and we are the ones who will make you feel better. That's what I like about this song and about the Red Hot Chili Peppers in general, is because they just come right out and say it in songs like this. Like, we're just here to make you feel good. That's all this exists for. There's no other purpose to it. The vibe is its own reward.
They're like the Chili Peppers. To appreciate the Chili Peppers, you got to get into the mind of the Chili Peppers, which is a very grateful mind. They all know that they don't deserve to be successful because they were just like pill popping kids who just stole from people. Like they had like a lot of bad karma built up, but for some reason, God is so chill. He just keeps blessing them with stuff. So this is, a lot of people think this song is a love letter that they wrote to their fans saying that we love what we do and we do it for y'all. We're the ones that will make you feel better. And that's sweet. So we're going to move on from that. Back to the fucking girls thing. Now they're all fucking her.
Of course.
We're going to make you feel better. You know Chad Daniels is going last. And that guy is 7 feet tall.
Oh no.
That's Anthony Kiedis' threat. Look, if we're ever in a threesome together, I'm going first.
I'm the front man.
Yeah, I'm going first and third.
Because John's just gonna do heroin. He doesn't have the stamina for tonight.
No.
It's just heroin in a book for John.
Yeah, he's gonna reach out and try to touch you, tell you how beautiful you are. Right back to sleep.
No, John, you already wrote that song. Oh, right.
That's right. Was it this album where John came back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he just come from his. This is where he had kicked heroin, but right before that, he did something way cooler, which is he did a lot of heroin. The story was he signed some record deal with a guy that wasn't the Red Hot Chili Peppers label, which is like it was breaking their contract or whatever. And so he tried to get out of that deal. And the guy said, no, you were really fucked up, but you told me you'd give me like 5 albums. So John Frusciante bought a ton of heroin and locked himself in a hotel room and recorded 5 albums back to back to back to back to back, and then gave them to him and said, fine, I'm out of my contract now. Here's some bullshit songs. And they are awesome.
Oh my God.
I love those albums.
Is it just under his name? Like just solo?
John Frusciante Murderers is the biggest one that I remember.
Whoa.
It's mostly instrumentals and it's just really chill.
Holy shit.
Now
That's a great story.
I kind of just let a little truth out of people now know how fucking in love I am with John Frusciante.
That's okay.
This song isn't about them making love to a girl. It's me. It's
All right.
We are the ones who make you feel better and someone to spare when love is the only end, and we are the ones who make you feel better. Oh, yeah. In a world that has run amok, I've got to set my sights just to get struck. I like that. I like envisioning the pat on the back he was giving himself when he rhymed amok with struck. Yes. It's just like a hockey player celebrating a goal.
It's gotta be.
It keeps coming to me, boys.
It's gotta be like a problem for him every now and then when he's like, no, this one actually means something. I like it. Actually kind of proud of this one. This wasn't, I just phoned it in. It's the beginning of every verse is like very serious, and then by the end of it he's like, just whatever fits. But, what was it? In a world that has run amok. I mean, come on. Did he write this song in 2020 or 2007? I got to set my sights just to get struck. I don't know. I think that's, how would I interpret that? He said out loud instead of in his head. You got to try to fuck yourself up to get hurt. That's it. You got to put yourself out there in order to get hurt. If you just sit around doing nothing, nothing's going to happen to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna
Life's
fuck yourself
about
up, you got to
action.
be determined. Yeah.
Right.
Focused.
Mhm.
I gotta set my sights. I gotta get out there just to get fucked up.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll go with that.
There's me trying.
Yeah, we're just trying with these lyrics.
This is my favorite line in the song coming up. I just love it. I walk away from the rank and file with a punched out mouth and a pack of style.
Hell yeah,
Anthony
dude.
Kiedis has swagger, man.
Hell yeah. Fuck you. Fuck your system. I'm gonna walk out a little beaten and bruised, but looking good for it. Yeah, what I said earlier, but better. Hell yeah. This is
Patty's fun.
yeah, walk away from the rank and file. Y'all know anyone who's ever left the military?
My husband, he went AWOL
Went AWOL?
and then went back, turned himself in, had to spend 3 months in a Korean prison. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, it's a good story.
You got the rights to his book? I'm reading these books. I'm like about Soviet prison camps. I'm like, that sounds cool. For if you got out, you know.
Yeah,
Talk about it
if you
later.
survived. Yeah.
If
Cool
you weren't one of
story.
the shaft bodies, but
Yeah.
You
Oh
strike
yeah.
me as far too cheerful a guy to be sitting at home reading a book about Russian prison camps.
Yeah.
I'm deeply depressed, Ben. I don't know what to tell you.
I was gonna say, do they make you giggle?
Just reading every page, like, sucks to be you, bro.
You're like, that's hilarious.
You gotta find a silver lining, even when you're in a Siberian death camp. You know? And that's what this song is about.
Obviously.
No, but the line, I walk away from rank and file, to me, it immediately reminds me of this guy I know who quit the military. He was gonna like go to captain's school and stuff like that, was kind of set on it. And then right at the end just had like, not a panic attack, but like a moment of clarity of just like, oh, this would be terrible for me.
That's a bad idea.
Quit, walked away from the military right before like shit got too real and he wasn't able to. And like from that day on, he was the happiest guy I've ever met. Because he's like, oh, I got my whole life back.
Yeah.
I was this close to, being empathetic in Iraq. And now you ask him to like go get a sandwich and he's like, hell yeah, dude.
It's like he survived a near-death experience.
Yeah. Just like a few weeks of training was just like, oh, no for me. But yeah, walk away and a whole pack of style.
Yeah. Could you imagine Anthony Kiedis in the military? Not near enough women to fuck.
I mean, sir, it's all chill, sir.
He flips his hair that's no longer there.
Suck my kiss.
We can pound out 120 pages on Anthony Kiedis in the military and sell it tomorrow.
Would not be surprised if Flea was like some kind of sharpshooter, though. He just was.
Oh, yeah.
Flea, before Blood, Sugar, Sex, and Magic, served in the United States Marine Corps.
I would believe anything you told me about him. Anything.
Anything. The guy, he's the only person who's definitely been in two places at once.
Definitely?
Definitely.
Oh, definitely. I was like, wait, what? What's your story? Okay. Got it.
He defies physics and logic.
He's amazing. I love him.
We're going to do a reboot of the movie Stripes starring the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Finally, someone's brave enough to do it.
Dude, exactly. You ruined my childhood. We did it deliberately, man. We did it deliberately. This movie is going to be called We Ruined Your Childhood.
Just some kid kind of struggling to find himself in the world and who he is, and then Flea having a heart-to-heart with him. And then their parent being like, get away from that man.
Oh, we could just riff on this forever. Full Metal Jacket, like with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What is your major malfunction? Bap, 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 bam, bam.
Oh my god. Yeah, would Flea be more fun as Private Pile or as the drill sergeant?
Oh, the drill sergeant.
Drill sergeant, for sure.
Drill
Chad
sergeant.
Daniels is Private Pile. He's quiet. He's huge.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, have you seen the Will Ferrell Chad Daniels drum offs on or is it not Kimmel? Whose show do they do that on? Or is it Kimmel?
I think it was Kimmel. Yeah.
Was it Kimmel? It was.
Yeah.
I only saw that when I started doing research for this. I was just laughing my ass off. Like, this is absolutely perfect.
Oh,
It's amazing. Chad Daniels is, in his own right, is just like a hilarious person. Do you know the comic Chad Daniels?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's this horrible triangle where whenever I'm talking to anyone in the comedy world, if like we're talking about Chad Daniels, get mixed up with him, the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers, who looks like Will Ferrell. So there's 3 pools of like things.
Right.
Was that guy, or is that just someone who looks exactly like him? Like I can imagine the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers doing an hour and a half on his family, and it's the funniest thing I've ever heard because it's a comedian.
That's really
Chad Daniels and I did a week in, I guess it had to be either San Antonio or Austin because those were the only real cities that I ever played. But it was like it was just like a study in 2 comics going in different directions. Like I had a week and I was like in the condo, so I'm just getting drunk all day. He's in the gym at 10 o'clock and he's taking nutrition seriously and he's writing all afternoon.
Oh my God.
And
what year was that?
He's headlining and you're like, hey, different paths.
God, what year was that?
2003 or 4, I would think, somewhere around there.
Okay.
God, he's probably had like 9 kids since then.
I think he had 2 or 3 at the time. Yeah.
For sure.
I say she's the one. She's the only one. Make me search myself until I'm done. And if we can wax poetic for a minute, that's Anthony Kiedis. He's a very smart man. He's a very articulate man. But that's like, I think that's an excellent love lyric. Like I don't mean to stop the comedy train, but we can be serious for a second. That's what love feels like, isn't it? Like, make me search myself until I'm done. That's the hard part about it. Like, you're introducing yourself to somebody who's going to get to know everything about you, even the shitty bits. So you have to uncover yourself if you're ever going to be in love. I guess what I'm trying to say. I like that lyric. It brings a tear to my eye.
Aww.
Damn, Ben.
He's a sentimental.
I didn't get that at all until you explained it. Now I'm sitting over here thinking about Katie like, oh. She does know way too much about me.
I'm gonna have to break up with her. Is he married? Has he?
Anthony Kiedis?
Yeah, like
he's had to have had a few.
I was gonna say I don't know of him to be married. Like
I know he has a son.
Okay.
And I know he's got a thing for Australian models, but who doesn't?
I know. And don't get married while you still got the looks to keep plowing through them. Just keep going.
Yeah, he's like, do you imagine the Chili Peppers like at an interview, they're like 55 and they're like, yeah, unmarried, no kids. This is how you win.
Yeah.
Just the ultimate uncles.
We never settled. Look how happy we are.
He's unmarried. Flea has a serious girlfriend for many years who's like an artist, and I think they have a kid together. But there's another darker theory about this song in that it's a song to Flea from the band, because Flea wants to spend more time with his family, but Anthony Kiedis and them are saying, no, we're the ones who make you feel better.
Wow.
And you have to give up certain happinesses for the other one, your true, which is so sad and dark. And I don't like to, choose to use that interpretation for this song. But if it is, then this lyric gets.
As someone who is
dark.
married with a child, I'd be pissed if one of Corbin's friends were like, no, we make you happy, not them.
Oh, do you? Oh, do you?
Oh, do you think so? I think so.
What'd you do for his birthday?
You can't do what I do.
Tell me now in a telegram, do the sea of stars make a diagram?
So this is a classic. What rhymes with diagram?
Good job, Anthony.
It's like, Graham, we could make another heroin reference. He's like, hold on, wait. We'll keep heroin in the bag, pun intended. But
that makes no sense. Tell me now in a telegram, do the sea of stars make a diagram and something out there? In the sea of stars, making a diagram, yes. Telegram, come on, Anthony.
He's just trying to get back into that chorus by any means necessary. There's a sea of stars, like charting the stars, navigating at sea.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna send a telegram from a boat, Anthony? How that works? Is that how telegrams work?
He's like, just if he were listening to this, he'd be like, move on.
Okay, go.
Go on.
I want to send telegrams, but I want to send text messages by telegram. I think that would just be fantastic. Just like Western Union shows up at a friend's door and it just says WYD.
It's like this. Yeah. The telegram is postscript at 3 a.m., but you get it Monday at noon. It's a whole different vibe.
So alive, I arrive on dust. Drugs, drugs, drugs. You can search my mind for the red on rust.
Did I miss something?
Maybe I did. I don't know. I had a hard time finding good lyrics for this one. Like I was listening to it
and
then reading
the chorus again.
He just loops through it. Okay.
Yeah, it does the chorus of "We're the ones that'll make you feel better."
Got it.
Blah, blah, blah. Then he gets back to the drugs.
Okay, got it.
We got to do the chorus one more time, and then we can get high again, guys.
See, we'll do the drugs, and then while we prepare more drugs, we'll do the chorus, I guess.
I said, take me there, and she really cares. Lights up for me, gonna hear my prayers, I said. So we're back to the lights again. So her lights are up. So yeah, I think that's clearly sex. Lights up. She's got a ripped back light, and by the end of the song, it's lights up. Like, well done, Anthony Kiedis.
I love it. It's
3.5 minute turnaround.
It's take me there, and she really cares. She lights up for me, gonna hear my prayers. So what shows that she really cares is that she's having sex with him.
Yes.
Yes. Which is, I think, what a lot of people miss in sex is that sex isn't just about physical pleasure. It's about telling someone else, hey, I'm here for you.
I care.
With this body.
Yes.
Hey, champ, knock yourself out.
I have pressed record, by the way. Don't pay attention to that.
Can you just hold up this Anthony Kiedis nameplate for the first 5 seconds? 20 seconds of silence and sex tape. All right.
Yes.
Is that all the lyrics? That's all that I have. But like I say, I had a hard time kind of transcribing this one because I'm dumb.
It goes. The lyrics are all over the place. Like I went to 3 websites and they were all close to the same thing, but none of them had like a. And the discussion in all of them is just fans being like, "These aren't the real lyrics."
Yeah.
And then no one posting the real lyrics.
Yeah.
But at some point, aren't you like, we got it? Like, we got it.
The problem is he comes at the beginning of the song.
Oh,
you can't start a song with coming because then you're just mush brained for the next 3.5 minutes.
Well, I think that's what we got here.
This
we
whole
got
song
the
is just
or the jizz right away, and then just like
that slow, like Barry White warm up. Ooh. Okay, here we go. And the barrel of love.
Well, don't most men like think clearer or better afterwards? No, is that just a thing Joe Rogan used to joke about on stage?
Into comparison to how sharp we normally are.
Yes. How hard you're laughing at that.
Yeah, just like that's one of the main reasons we have sex with y'all. It's just for that 10 seconds of like, all right, can you focus? Hey, tomorrow we're going to my mom's.
Yes.
Sober.
Don't let me forget to write those thank you cards. Put yourself down for one too.
To me, it's like just clean your fucking garage. Like, let's do what we got to do to get you to clean your garage. I don't have a lot of research on this song. I think we've covered everything. The biggest thing that Anthony Kiedis said that was, like you already mentioned, this was a song Oh God, what's that noise?
You
Is
all
your
right?
house on fire?
Yeah, fire alarms are going off.
Wonderful.
Katie must be cooking. Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
It's that smoking hot comedy.
Should we pause? No.
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna go on for a couple minutes.
What if your place is on fire for real?
I'm not gonna check.
What am I going to do about it?
We're good? No problem. What was it?
Did you say toast? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to read this long thing that Anthony wrote. Basically, it's about this is as simple as his band is. This is what they do. They write stuff to make you feel better, and they thought it would be fun to also make it sound like they were talking about sex with a woman. That's all there is to it.
It's marketing, baby.
Love it. I really like it.
The Chili Pepper. I don't know if bands have to pitch albums the way like, writers have to pitch movies and stuff. Like they just go into the studio and they're like, all right, is it about heroin? Who knows? Could be sex. You're interested. We're the Chili Peppers.
And we're going to do this over and over and over and make millions and millions.
I don't know, Anthony. Do you think you can do all that heroin? I'll try. And then he did, and then some.
And all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Where they belong.
I was reading, doing the research. Apparently, like to make their second album or something like that, like a record company gave them $5,000 to make a demo tape, and they immediately, it's like they had a band meeting and decided that $2,000 was the right amount of money to set aside for heroin and cocaine.
Wow.
Because they're just starting out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
40%? I think 40%, right, guys? We're in 40%? Okay, yeah.
And
hey, Dale, you're such a fan. Can you help me out with this? Because Corbin talks about this, and I didn't see the interview, but apparently at some point in Anthony's life, he like locked himself away in his apartment watching internet porn for like a year. And there's like an interview of him being like, it's a fucking problem. Like it's an addiction. This is serious.
I'm glad you asked me that question specifically.
Okay.
Because this is known in the Chili Peppers world as the pilgrimage. We all do it just to truly understand the Chili Peppers. You lock yourself in, you're going to spend what? $19,000 in cam girl models and porn subscriptions. But when you walk away from it with a clearer head, finally sucked your own kiss, as they say, it's worth every penny. No, that's crazy. That's terrible. I feel so sorry for him. How could, because you got to know, like when a celebrity like that has a porn addiction, that's real. I have friends who have porn addictions and they just can't get laid. Anthony Kiedis. For him to want to do that by himself, that's like depression, something layered into it.
Like you don't have to do this. You can't go get the real thing.
Yeah.
So it's powerful.
I'll do it for you.
Let me take this burden from you.
We're the ones that'll make you feel better. Circle every time. No, that's so weird. I know the John Frusciante hold up in a hotel story, but not the Anthony one. I wonder what the other band members hold up in a hotel story. So like Flea, I don't know, he probably just ate the hotel room. And then Chad Daniels like spent a month woodworking or something sweet.
Have you seen the video of the famous MTV video of John Frusciante in his lair in the depths of his addiction?
No.
Oh yeah.
I haven't. That sounds
it's downright frightening. Yeah, it's really scary. Like,
oh yeah, he looks like corpse, like his skin is see-through looking, and
yeah, he definitely looks like he crawled out of a coffin. Like it's really, really scary. But apparently, like I couldn't find anything in the research, but I remember like thinking, because that was like early '90s, so that was peak MTV watching for me. But I remember, I think it was like shortly after that the other members of the band, because he was out of the band at the time, that was when like Anthony Kiedis and Flea like went and found him and put him in rehab. Just like, dude, you can't lose another guitarist.
Right. Because their first guitarist died of a heroin overdose. And then Anthony got straight after that one. Yes.
I think he relapsed because this album, a big message behind it was don't do heroin, while they were clearly still on heroin. Because Blood Sugar Sex Magic, I think that was like the big heroin one, and then they wait, no, hold on. I gotta look up the.
I thought Higher Ground, when they did Higher Ground, was that on Mother's Milk?
I think so.
I thought they were clean for Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. I'm not sure though.
Isn't that
the whole
blood, sugar, and sex?
I don't ever want to feel like I did.
Right, no, yeah. That's, by the way, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, Stadium, Arcadium. And then after that, I stopped listening. Because they're such a, like, they span so many decades and styles that, like, you pick your 10 years of the Chili Peppers and then just kind of live in that world. Whenever anyone talks about them, that's what you think of. I don't think of Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic or Californication, by the way. This is my Chili Peppers album. I listen to this album all the way through at least once a month, but usually like 5-6 times a month. It is one of my favorite albums just to play beginning to end. It was a double album, which at the time was ridiculous. Nobody was doing that anymore. Right. They're doing a big shift to iTunes singles, just $1.99 for whatever song. Chili Peppers came out. This was a double album, the two, like a fucking booklet that you got that unfolded 4 times. The discs were Jupiter and Mars. So you're still with these planetary fucking concepts of the whole album. And like, my favorite album of the whole thing is the second disc, which has none of the hits on it. It's much more weird, free thought, like this song. This song is on the second disc. The Storm in a Teacup, which is one I suggested that we do for this, is just a super weird, funky jam at the very end of the second album. That's like one of my favorite songs on the whole album. But like to this day, I still introduce friends that are like my age to this album, because I ask them like if they like the Chili Peppers, and they all have like the same preconceived like idea of what they are. I'm like, what about this? I heavily dose them as well to get the right effect, but it works every single time. Every one of my friends I've done this with is now a huge Stadium Arcadium fan. Really? So you're able to like turn them. I can't get anyone to like something I like if they don't already like it. I've never been able to turn anybody. I recently, like a year and a half ago, went to my first Fish concert. Oh God. My cousin has been trying to turn me to Fish for 10 years. And it worked. Really? I love Fish now. we saw them New Year's Eve at Madison Square Garden. It is the Fish show of the year. Right. They do it every year, right? They pull every year, 4 nights at the end of the year. They've played the Madison Square Garden more than any other band. Second place is like Elton John with half as many performances. Holy shit. It's insane. Wow. It's the greatest show I've ever been to. And it was their last show before the pandemic. So if it is the last show, I'm going to be heartbroken but it's better to have loved and lost, I guess, than never have fished at all. Fish is a jam band. Do you think it's a prerequisite that or a requirement that you have to be on drugs to enjoy Fish? Can you enjoy them sober? You can, but it's after you've done drugs and listened to Fish. When we got there for our first show, my cousin, she picked the tickets because like she's one of those Fish fans who's like, actually, these seats are the best seats in the whole state because of the audio coming from this sound tower. Like she knows everything. So we go into these perfect seats, and the guy sitting next to us is like this 65-year-old Korean man from Raleigh, South Carolina. Nice. So I just see this old Korean man. I'm like, hey, these are our seats. He's like, hell yeah, you're about to hear that good music. Oh, shit. I was like, I don't know who you are, but I want you in my life forever. It was cool. Like, so like a lot of their fan base is much older now, but you can tell that they all definitely tripped balls at shows in their 20s. Yeah. Yeah. It's so crazy. I've listened to it just a fraction of Fish, and it just didn't connect with me, but also I was sober. But I've never met a Fish fan that I didn't already love, which is weird. Harris Whittles being one of the biggest ones. Yeah. Did you ever listen to Analyze Fish, his podcast? No. I'm going to plug his podcast. He died. We owe it to him. Yeah. He had a podcast called Analyze Fish where he tried to get Scott Aukerman into Fish. So it was a recorded experience of a Fish fan trying to convince which is like the hardest thing in the world to do. Right. It's like just going to someone who's never read before with like War and Peace and being like, it's actually a really good book.
Hang in there. Listen to this line. Listen to this line. Listen to this line. We're going to turn the page. Listen to this line.
Yeah. My cousin tried so hard for, like, not just me, everyone in my family. She followed them around the country. We all made fun of her, and she tried, like, genuinely, she took it all on the shoulders. Like, okay, you make fun of me all you want. Please listen to them. Please try this album. And none of us would give it like the time of day. And then finally she like gave me the concert tickets and said, you're going on this day. And she was so right.
Oh my God.
They're the best. They are so fun.
All right. You know what? I'm just going to say it here live. It's going to be a bucket list thing. Pandemic over. I'm going to buy tickets and I'm going to go see Fish live. And I might
in New York. Come up here for New Year's.
I'll do a little drugs and I'll see if I'm transformed.
I got
I'm
you.
making a note. I'm going to insist that you do it.
All right. Dale, you're going to show me where to sit.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get my cousin.
Okay. All right.
I'm going with you, Diane. Do you think I'm just gonna not go?
You're just gonna send me away? Okay.
That's not how Fish works. I am your Sherpa up the mountain.
I think you have to have a Fish Sherpa for Stinson. All right. That being said, this is a really good spot for us to insert 6 Degrees of Tommy Stinson with Jeremy Essig. Let's see how he connects the basis of the Replacements to the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey friends, on this week's 6 Degrees of Tommy Stinson, we're going to connect the Replacements bassist to probably the best-known bassist of the 90s and the 2000s, Flea. With a funk-based style of slapping and popping, Flea's bass is as integral to the sound of the Chili Peppers as, say, having a drummer who looks like Will Ferrell, or a singer whose rapping is only marginally better than that of Rico Suave. Anyway, since he burst into the mainstream sporting stuffed animal pants in the video for Young MC's Bust a Move, Flea has been all over pop culture for the last 30 years. He's recorded with everyone from Jane's Addiction to Radiohead's Tom York, and appeared in such movies as Point Break and Back to the Future. For our purposes today, however, we're going to focus on his contribution to Alanis Morissette's album Jagged Little Pill, specifically his bass work on the Dave Coulier-inspired You Oughta Know. So this song featured Flea as well as one-time Chili Peppers guitarist Dave Navarro and was produced by Glenn Ballard, who would go on to produce Christina Aguilera's sophomore effort, Stripped. That album featured the ballad Beautiful, a song actually written by Four Non Blondes singer Linda Perry and eventually covered by 90s Alterna heartthrob Evan Dando on the Lemonheads album Varchance. During the 90s, the Lemonheads also featured Juliana Hatfield on bass, who 2 decades later would be part of a one-off project, the I Don't Cares, a songwriting collaboration between Hatfield and Paul Westerberg, who of course formed the Replacements with Stinson in 1979. So this week, we started with Flea, made fun of Anthony Kiedis, passed by Dave Coulier and Christina Aguilera, as well as the Four Non Blondes, before taking a detour into the 90s Boston music scene, only to end up back in Minnesota with Tommy Stinson. Back to Diane and Beth.
And we are back. Thank you, Jeremy Essig. That was amazing. I know it was. It always is. Okay, before I get into our final segments, do we have any last words on the Chili Peppers? Have we covered this sufficiently with all the sex and the drugs and the rock and roll?
I just want to say, all joking aside, I love the Chili Peppers individually. They're all amazing. Everyone knows Flea and they know he's crazy, but they don't think that the other Chili Peppers had to show up every day and match that energy and not be crazy. It's a feat in itself.
Well, this was fun. All right, our dressed up like a douche this week comes from Niki Key, old school
Niki.
Houston laugh stop comedian Niki Key. I think she's given us a couple of these. So her misheard song lyric was from Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. The actual line is, Billie Jean is not my lover. She heard Billie Jean's got my glove. Oh. She said, which made perfect sense because he only had one glove. So
it was an origin story.
Everybody's like, what's up with the one glove? He's like, how many times do I have to say it? Billie
Listen
Jean
to
has
the
it.
lyrics.
So thank you, Niki Key. That was great. Dale, this is my favorite part. Do you have a guilty pleasure song?
Yeah, I have terrible taste in music, and I'm like the first one to admit it. Like, everyone grows out of their shitty like middle school taste, shit like that. I still listen to the same skateboard punk opening band that I saw at a concert in the 8th grade. I listen to their album like all the time, like when I exercise. They're called Punchline, and I think they broke up 15 years ago when they couldn't like get past the playing for 38th graders in downtown Houston. But their album, like that whole skateboard punk phase that I went through, I still listen to Bowling for Soup and Good Charlotte and all that crap.
God.
All that crap, I love it. I love listening to it. If I'm exercising, I just listen to like female power ballads like Kelly Clarkson and
that's really good.
LaRue is a new one. Do you know LaRue?
I know that name.
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
This time, baby. Fucking love that. I can't help but like imagine like sassy music videos in my head while I'm listening to it.
That's really funny. I want a video of you working out and listening to Kelly Clarkson now.
Oh, I got them. I got the videos. It's a good time.
Dale, this has been amazing. Can you promote yourself? Tell our listeners where to see and hear more of you.
You can check me out here
on this podcast.
And I've been jumping back in on Whiskey Brothers podcast. Give them a listen. I was on that for a long time, and I still jump in and do segments with them.
Yeah.
When the pandemic ends, I'll get back to you.
All right, and
follow me on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, is it just Dale Cheesman? No third E. I almost spelled your name wrong.
I also own the misspelling version just to point people back.
Good.
At Dale Cheesman 4 or at Dale Cheesman on Twitter. Any spelling works. I've got them all.
Dude, this was a hilarious episode. My cheeks hurt from laughing. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much for having me.
You were a lot of fun. Thank you.
Really love talking Chili Peppers.
And sex and heroin.
Yeah. I have to tell you about how this album changed when I was looking at colleges. We'll get into it on another episode. Part 2.
All right, Dale. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Part 2. Bye.
Thank you, Dale. God, he's a funny guy.
God damn. I'm seriously, my mouth hurts. Okay, before we wrap this up, we need to tell people the change that we've done to our Patreon. So we are no longer having the Patreon members vote. Like, used to, we would have a guest, we'd have them give us 3 songs and the Patreon members would vote. We did away with that because a lot of our Patreon members are just like, sometimes they don't know the songs and they just don't want to vote. They just want to support us, which is so nice. Yeah. But I want to give them something more. So we've changed it. And now for their $5 a month, not only do they get like some cool swag and, stuff like this. Oh God. That sounds gross. Not only do they get cool stuff like this, but what they're going to do now is once a month, we are going to draw a name of one of our Patreon members, and we are going to cover a song of their choosing. So right now live, I'm going to draw the name of the Patreon member whose song we are going to cover next month in March. Please don't let it be Corbin. I'll be so mad if it's Corbin is my husband is a Patreon member.
That's going to be one of our family members for sure.
It is Jeff Lewis. Do you
know
Jeff Lewis?
Jeffrey.
Yay. Well, it's not showing up. It's too bright. Jeff Lewis. So we will get in touch with Jeff and find out which song he's going to have us cover next on one of our episodes in March. So that's fun. Next week, we got kind of off schedule because of the Texas snowstorm. So we're going to have another guest next week. And he is a very good friend of Dale Cheesman. We are going to have Chase DeRusso, another Houston comic. And we don't know what we're doing yet. Chase wants to do a movie soundtrack, not a specific song. And we've been going back and forth. We haven't decided on one yet, but I think it's going to end up being a Tarantino, don't you think?
I think probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll let him decide.
Yeah, exactly.
Or inform.
All right. It's glad to be back. A week off was just too much. I missed this and I'm glad that we're back. So
I'm glad everything's back to normal. I hope you're safe out there. Thank you very much, everybody. And
Vogue.